Hey guys, Jhonna here from the Big Five, coming at you with my Heroes deck profile. I just want to give you guys a heads up. This is not a budget-based deck. Now, Datum and I are both huge hero players, and if that is something that interests you guys, you could just leave a comment down below, and we'll be more than glad to make one for you. He runs more of a budget-based deck. If that is something that you guys are interested in, just drop a comment down below, and we'll be more than glad to make one for you. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, I want to start off and we play 3 Stratos. Now, I know some people run Stratos at a different ratio. I'm not going to sit here and knock anybody for the ratios they do use. I feel like whatever works for you, just go with that. But I personally wouldn't run it under 3 unless I have to. Ban list. But 3 Stratos. This is the main monster in your deck, and it gets your whole engine started. If your Stratos goes through, you're most likely gonna have a big turn. You're gonna be able to probably go off and probably OTK, depending on what turn you're in. So next up for the heroes lineup, we're gonna play 2 Shadow Mists. Don't really need more than 2. 2 is fine. Then we're gonna go with 1 Liquid Soldier. Again, don't really need 2. 1 is perfectly fine. 2, it's kind of cloggy. You don't really need it. We're going to play 1 Solid Soldier. And that's going to round off the Elemental Hero package of the deck. So now we're going to go into the Vision Heroes. We play 3 Vision Hero Faris. Outside of the Stratos, this is, I would say, your second most important monster to summon. If your Stratos goes through and your Faris goes through, you're definitely gonna have a big turn. You're most likely gonna end up winning the turn depending on what your opponent has, obviously. But 3 Faris is a must. Now we're gonna go with 2 Increase. You don't need 3. That's definitely a brick on your hand. Next up for the Vision Hero lineups, we have 2 Vyons. You don't need 3. 2 is fine. This is it for my Vision Hero lineup. Now we're going to go into the Destiny Heroes. So, 2 Mallies. Unfortunately, ban list got us as Heroes players. 3 now at 2. It's not devastating, but it is a little annoying in a sense and a little bit more difficult to summon Plasma and Dark Law on the first turn. So you're gonna need other cards as an extender, which you'll see later on that I'll explain. So 2 Destiny Heroes, Malicious. I run 1 Decider, 1 Dynotag. This card is sneaky good because if it's in your hand and you're about to take battle damage, you can discard it. You then take no battle damage, but both players do take 1,000 points of damage during the turn. So my replacement for my 3rd Mally that I lost is Drawhand. It's pretty much like a reoccurring card because at the start of your opponent's draw phase or your draw phase, you can bring it back out from the graveyard to the field. Downside, your opponent draws a card and you draw a card. I mean, you never really want to give your opponent the draw power, but at least you both draw a card and it's a reoccurring card. So if you need a body on the field, you get pretty much a free summon. And to round it off, we're gonna have a Plasma. That is the whole Destiny Hero package. Now we're gonna go into my Evil Hero. Pretty much one ofs is just Adusted Gold and Honest Nails. That's pretty much it. Now we're gonna get into the hand traps. 3 Ash Blossoms, hand trapping your opponent. Now for the spell cards, we're gonna run 3 Fusion Destinies, 3 Mass Change, 3 E-Calls, 3 Call by the Graves, and now we'll get into the one-offs. 1 Super Poly, 1 Mirror Confusion, 1 Poly, 1 Dark Calling, 1 A Hero Lives, Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 Twin Twister for back row removal. Now for the extra deck. We're gonna start off 1 extra hero Dread Decimator. We have 1 Wonder Driver, and I play 2 Cross Crusaders. That's it for the links. Now for the fusion monsters, which is pretty much the main focus of the extra deck, I run 1 Trinity, 1 Sunriser, double Dark Law, 1 The Shining. This is mainly the super poly target for, it just needs an elemental hero monster and a light monster. So if your opponent has light monsters, this is easily a super poly target. I have a Absolute Zero, possibly also a super poly target, but not really. Not many people use water monsters. I mean, maybe nowadays with people using the Atlantean Mermal decks, maybe. But 1 Absolute Zero and 1 Masked Hero Acid, so that if you by any chance have a mass change, you can do a cool combo where you summon off your Absolute Zero, mass change into acid, then Zero's effect will trigger in, wiping out the board for your opponent's monsters, and acid will come in and wipe up the back row. So that's just a board wipeout if you get that combo out. So we're gonna use 1 Mali. I have 1 Starving Venom, another super poly target, and my Destiny Hero fusions I have Dystopia. I like to pretty much burn my opponent for 16, whether it's the first turn, second turn. You're starting off, with your opponent with a negative 1600 life points if it goes through. So I usually like to do that. And I play Dominance. I'm not sure how many people run this in their decks, but this card is sneaky good. When you summon this, it takes 3 Destiny Heroes. When you summon this, you can look through either your deck or your opponent's deck. You take the top 5 cards of their deck and you can place it on either the top, and you place them on top of their deck in any order you choose. When this monster is destroyed, you can special summon 3 Destiny Heroes level 9 or lower. And when this card destroys a card on your opponent's field, you get to draw a card. So this is sneaky good. And that's pretty much it for the extra deck that I run in. Now there are a couple of cards that I may substitute in depending on my matchups. But again, anything as far as siding in, that's pretty much on whatever you guys choose to side in. I mean, it's pretty much standard in a sense. Maybe you wanna side in on the Nibiru, Solemn Judgment, maybe Dark Rulers, cards like that, staple cards that you might have to side in. But yeah, I don't really have established 15 side deck, but again, it's up to you guys however you decide to play. So yeah, that was it. This was my hero deck profile. Again, like I said earlier, if you guys are interested in a heroes deck profile, budget-based build, just drop a comment down below. Let us know, and me and Datum will be more than glad to make one for you guys. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. This is Jhonna from the Big 5.